What in the actual
So, how's it going? Yeah, I know it's been a minute since I made a video. I mean, at least it wasn't 9 months long like a certain other YouTuber. I won't be naming names, but if you know, you know. As for why I disappeared, we'll go into that later. Just right now, today is not going to be a bit of a gym video. I mean, there's going to be a small little gym segment in this video, but not a lot of gym content in this video. That's going to be for... Okay, so today's Sunday. This video is going to be uploaded on Monday, so that's going to be on Tuesday. Tuesday, we're actually going to get a full-on gym session. But for today, you guys are just going to be hanging out with me. So let's go. Alrighty. So right now, what we're about to do, not sure if I want to go to the store first or go shoe shopping first. Regardless, I got to do both. So it's just really figuring out which one I'd like to do first, because I got a haircut appointment at 5:45. Right now it's about 2:40-ish. So gotta make sure that this guy's on there. But yeah, so as for why I left, I figured we might as well get into that while I'm just driving around. So the entire reason why I left was because I made, what, 2, maybe 3 videos on my return, and then just out of nowhere disappeared. Life shit. Life really got the better of me here. So mainly just because during that time, there was a lot of things going on between me and my lady. Also, there was a lot of things happening for me at work. I am still working at the same place, which, you know, it's a good job. It's a good job. Would I like something better in the future? For sure, but at the same time, this is kind of what these videos are for. They're kind of meant for me to get into a better opportunity. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I want to use these videos as like clout chasing or, you know, something like that. But eventually, I would like these videos to kind of lead into something better for me in the future. So that's one thing I can say for certain. But since that video dropped, what, it's been like 7 months? Yeah, it's been about 7 months. So let's see, it's January 1st 2026 right about now. 7 months ago would have been, what, July, I want to say, like between like July and August. But yeah, there was a lot of things happening for me during that time. But went a trip before that time. I went on a camping trip with my friends. I'm not sure if I told you guys that. And honestly, super dope. We went to a little cabin down in Creed, Colorado. Shout out to Creed. Super dope, super fun. Went fishing, didn't catch any fish, but, you know, overall I had a pretty great time with them down there. What else happened? So, you guys remember Cheeto, the cat that I used to have. He is no longer with me. Unfortunately, I had to give him up for adoption just simply because I could not take care of him. You know, just because I was so busy with work, and I ended up just like literally just straight up almost abandoning the cat. And I didn't want to do that to him. I understood that I was at a point where, like, physically I was just incapable of taking care of an animal. Well, not physically, mentally up here, which that's another thing I've been dealing with. But mentally, I was not fit to raise an animal. I was just starting to get really like annoyed and bothered, and started getting really aggressive. And then it kind of came to the point where I was just like, you know what? This cat doesn't deserve it. He deserves to be in a better spot, to be in a better place. So I took him to the adoption center, just simply also because he was starting to become a bit of a nuisance. I mean, he was like scratching up, like he literally tore up an entire chunk of my carpet, and he also kept on urinating on the carpet. He had a lot of problems that I just was not mentally ready for. But again, do I miss him? Absolutely. He was a great cat. I do have another cat. Her name's Lulu. She's not technically my cat per se, but she definitely is a family cat. And then again, I got my 2 dogs, and I'll show all of these little characters later on when I get home. But definitely, I still have pets. I would like to get a bearded dragon one of these days. I don't know if I got enough space to get one. And then my lady and I, we had a couple of pet rats too, before she ended up moving back in with her folks. Both of which unfortunately passed away. R.I.P. Don Pastrami and Ezio. You two will be missed. But overall, man, I mean, I think my biggest issue that I've experienced and why I kind of stopped posting was because I've been dealing with a lot of mental issues, a lot of mental struggles, between depression, anxiety, and it's not like just generative depression and anxiety. I mean, like, it was bad, man. Like, genuinely, it got to the point where I'm even shocked that I'm still here, But this is it's definitely one of those things that you gotta really keep an eye out and pay attention to, because your mental health, whatever's not clicking right up here, it'll show here, which is definitely what happens. The moment that my mind and my mental state were just not doing well, it started to reflect onto my body, which is why, I mean, I've also noticed, like, as of recent, I'm not as lean, or I can't really say lean. Yeah, no, I can say lean. I'm not as lean as I would like to be, which is the entire premise of why I am coming back. I'm coming back under the notion that I'm going to get lean. Like, it's going to happen. At this point in time, there's like no denying it. There's no stopping it. There's been plenty of times where it's just been like, man, what, like, you're doing all this work and yet you're not, like, you haven't lost any weight. What the hell is happening, you know? And I get that. Truly, I understand. I was starting to think the same thing. I was just like, man, I'm doing all this stuff, and yet for some reason, I'm not losing any weight. I wonder why that is. And then I came to the realization that it's definitely this guy up here. This guy he ain't ticking right. There's a couple bolts and nuts that are loose up in there. Definitely this year I'm going to try to really take care of. Man, this road is bumpy, man. Like, I don't know if you, like, clearly you guys can't see, but from what I'm seeing, the road overall is pretty smooth, but it's just like a bunch of small, deep potholes that I'm constantly hitting, and I'm like, I can't see them, even with my glasses, and these are prescription glasses. But yeah, dude, I think I decided that it was better that I just go ahead and go shoe shopping, because I need some new shoes, man. Something better for the gym, not only that, but better for like daily wear. Just because the current shoes that I got, they're cheap. They're from this place called I can't. Oh, Sierra. It's from Sierra. But I've had these shoes for like maybe 2-3 years, and they're starting to rip and tear. So
I'm tired, boss.
I think it's time for me to definitely change them up for a bit. You know, got to retire them, and definitely just got to get new shoes for sure. Ooh, excuse me. But as for how things have been going in the gym, things have been kind of rough, actually, too. Except for 2 back injuries, like very, very minor injury, very minor tweaks, but like they were not good, man.
入院してください。
入院？やだ。
本当に折れてるんですか？折れてます。とりあえず痛み止めを打っておきましょう。
The first one happened in around August-ish. Like shortly after I stopped posting, I ended up getting injured. And I was out of the gym for like 4 weeks. And, you know, slowly started coming back and everything else like that, only to, in November, tweak my back again. First time I tweaked my back, I sort of tweaked it in a weird way. Because I didn't tweak it at the gym. I tweaked it at work. You know? But it wasn't anything major. Like, it wasn't, like, super impactful, you know what I mean? But it definitely, like, it messed me up. You know, that's why I said I was, like, out of the gym for, like, 3-4 weeks, I think. And then there was the second injury, which that did happen at the gym. I was getting ready to squat 315. I know, I definitely improved since my last squats. But I was starting to squat 315, and then what ended up happening was that for the first set, I was doing very, very good. You know, I managed to hit it for 8. And then I go in for the second set. Right as I unracked the weight, I felt this weird popping sensation in my lat. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I just re-racked the weight. And then literally after I did that, my entire back was just heated. Like, it was screaming at me, man. So that one, I was out for like 2 weeks in the gym. But even now, I'm still like recovering from it, because this one was like a lot more of a major a major thing. You know, so yeah, it was definitely something. It was not fun, man. Which I think also the injury kind of affected my mental state as well, because I was just like, I started thinking, man, if I'm gonna constantly get injured, you know, it's just not worth it, man. But you know, I had gotten a coach too. I'm not sure, because I don't get me wrong, I love my coach. He's a great guy and everything else like that. He just, when it comes down to our two mindsets, they differ a lot. Because I'm very much a low volume, high intensity kind of guy. You know what I mean? I'm like no more than maybe 2-3 sets max. You know, and per exercise, obviously. And if I want to add a little bit more, I'll just add an extra lifting day instead of just adding another exercise to that current day and then adding more volume. You know what I mean? My coach doesn't really work that way. He's all about the whole 3 to 4 sets with high intensity. So he's a high intensity, high volume kind of guy, which I respect. I mean, I definitely put on a lot of size since working with him, but it's like, size is not what I'm after, man. I'm after like we're trying to go down in weight, not up. But yeah, last check-in I did with him, which was literally yesterday, I was weighing in at about 253, which is not bad considering that last week I had to take a deload. You know, I just took a week off the gym. But for sure, now I think I'm ready to kind of come back to it, man. You know, fingers crossed, of course. Oop. Okay. I think we're good. Just gotta stay right here, man. So, yeah, but overall, I mean, as of recent, things have been good. I mean, within like the past month or so, things have been fine. Just minus that whole like tweak on my back and everything else like that. I mean, I've been doing pretty good, pretty solid, if anything. But kind of figuring that I'm gonna slowly start integrating myself back into the whole low intensity, low volume, high intensity kind of work, because that's my bread and butter. That's where I completely excel at. Let's turn right here. Yeah, that's definitely where I'm a lot better suited for, is that low intensity stuff, because that's how I used to work it, you know, a while back. I used to only do low volume, high intensity stuff. So for sure, man, that is definitely going to come back. I'll have to fix myself up here because I am way too close to this car. Alright, there we go. That feels better. Just slow. Okay. I think right here we're good. Alright. So gonna go inside. Well, not go inside, but go and try to find some decent shoes for me. you know, I'll show you guys my pick here in a bit. But I'll see you in a bit. All right, you guys. So I'm here at the Under Armour store. We got two things. So there's this one right here, and then there's these guys. These guys look good. They're a little bit cheaper, these ones, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling these ones. I think I'm gonna go with these ones today. All right, so got the shoes. I'm gonna go head over to Converse, see what I can get there. But honestly, man, one thing I have to say about recording out in like public, it is so nerve-wracking, man. It's like, oh man, I'm like freaking the fuck out right now. But it's honestly not that bad. Okay, so out of all these options, I think I'm gonna go with this one right here. Alrighty, so I got the shoes, of course, but then I found this guy. Man, when was the last time you guys seen a Toys R Us, bro? Like, that's childhood memories right there. Okay, so the goods have been collected, and after fiddling with my keys for a little bit, we are pretty freaking set, man. Also, I am starving right now. Thankfully, I do got a little bit of time on my hands, so I'm gonna go grab some grub from should be a Panda Express not too far out. So let's go ahead and get that Panda, man. Man, I love Chinese food, dude. But it's all right. I'm gonna put you guys on. Oh, apparently my door is open. Why didn't you guys tell me my door was open? There we go. But yeah, dude, I am hungry. So far, I mean, I haven't had a lot to eat today. I literally had like some leftovers from last night because I was watching the game last night. Yep, that talk about a football game last night. Those the Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers, bro. Man, Packers fans, what happened? What happened? I thought you guys were all set, man. I watched the entire game. Y'all were 21-3, bro. 21-3. How do you choke that badly, man? I don't even think Anakin choked Padme that hard. Like, Jesus, man. That was... Whew. Also, whoever the kicker's name is, I know his last name's like McManus or something like that. Y'all need a new kicker.
Yards, maybe impacts this kick.
What are you aiming at? What are you aiming at?
That's 100% for sure, man. Y'all need a new kicker, because every time I saw that man kick, he just missed and missed and missed. I mean, he was missing shots even I could make. Like, dude, he was so close. You can't even blame it on the wind, dude. Like, that was horrible, man. That was absolutely horrible to watch. But overall, it was a good game. Bears, congratulations for making it into the playoffs. You know, as a Broncos fan myself, I know that a lot of people are rooting against us. Let's just keep our heads up, man. They hate us because they ain't us.
Hate us because they ain't us.
Exactly. They hate us because they ain't us. That's a great saying, okay?
All right. We've pulled up into the Panda Express parking lot. Ooh, you can go. Now I'm about to put you guys on some game real quick. I'm gonna tell you guys my exact freaking order. And I've noticed a lot of people are doing doing those high protein plates. You know, a lot of places. I mean, there's Chipotle, Panda Express, Qdoba's been doing it for a while. But second.
Hi, thank you for choosing Panda Express. How can I get started?
Poor lady, man. She was asking if she was being recorded, man. Thankfully, I paused the video because I was pretty certain that they were gonna be a little upset about it, because not a lot of people like getting recorded, man. People gotta understand that. Oop, curb check. That's my bad. But a lot of people gotta understand that, man. Not a lot of people want to be recorded. So if you're gonna record something, you know, for the respect of other people, either cut the clip out if you are recording, or just do what I do, pause the clip and then just run it later. But yeah, right now what I'm about to do, I'm gonna drive over to Walmart, right? But before I go into Walmart, I'm gonna eat this. So pretty much you're just gonna see me eating in the parking lot of a Walmart, just eating some Panda Express. Which honestly, man, a lot of people don't fuck with that. I never understood that. It's like, how are you gonna be upset about people like eating in a parking lot and just minding their own business, man? Like, sometimes you gotta leave people be. You gotta like let people live, man. That's what I learned. Oh, fucking son of a bitch. Spilled some Diet Coke on me. But yeah, dude, I got my order right here. I'm happy about it. Really, I truly am. I'm just gonna man, this light is taking forever, man. Oh, let me close up this window really quick. I know, I'm old. Right. I'm not that old, man. I'm 21 years old.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
I know I don't look like it, but I can show you guys my ID. I mean, I even have the old copy of my ID right here. Right, this is my old ID. And when I get to this red light, if I have enough time, I'm going to show you guys exactly how old I am. Right, you guys are going to see it. Right? Look. What does that say? What does that say, man? If I can focus. It says a That's how old I am. I was born. So, I don't want you guys going into my comment section being like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Unc? How you doing, Unc?" I ain't Unc, bro. I'm big, bro. Literally, I'm big. Not as big as I would like to be, but I'm big nonetheless. Sorry, but yeah, man. Ugh. It's actually some pretty good Coke. I have to admit this much. I'm not a big Diet Coke kind of guy. Like, sure, I'm all for like diet sodas and everything else like that. But like, Diet Coke is just, it's not it, man. It's really not. Like, personally, I think in terms of like diet sodas, it would go Diet Dr. Pepper at 1, Diet Pepsi at 2, and then Diet Coke at 3. That's how I would say it. Man, this is a gorgeous There's a gorgeous view over here. I wish I could show you guys, but fortunately I can't. I'm about to... Voy a hacer un vuelta. And turn. Yeah, I bet you guys didn't know that I spoke Spanish, huh? I'm Mexican, bro. What do you think? I may look Arab, right? I may look Chinese if I shave my beard. Or not Chinese, Asian. Asian, I should say. But I'm 100% purebred Mexican. That just so happens to be born in the United States. But yeah, man, I'm Mexican through and through. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be a Mexican. But yeah, man. I have to admit, I have to get used to talking to you guys over the camera. Because it's like, it's one of those things where if you learn a skill, after a while, if you don't practice it, if you don't like do it for a long time, you're gonna end up eventually forgetting how to do it. And I think that's what happens with me. I completely like, I just completely just forgot how to talk and how to be around the camera. All right, and I mean it's not even like I'm on camera. I'm on my phone camera. But regardless, like you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Excuse me. Ooh, my goodness. Excuse me. So, but I mean, shit, man. I'm already pretty much here. So, I'll see you guys when I get inside. I know I said I would talk to you guys when I get inside, but I wanted to show you guys the food, man. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at this. She pretty, ain't she? Anyways, I'm gonna eat this really quick, and then I'm gonna go inside. So, like I said, I'll see you guys inside. Yeah, now I know that this is a very strange angle. Trust me, I get it. But I forgot my tripod in the car, so unfortunately I gotta work with what I got, man. So what I need here, go ahead. What I need here, it's very simple actually. I'm looking for like a veggie mix of some kind. Oop. Okay, so my bad, sorry. Gosh, man, this Walmart is busy, bro. It's low-key why I don't like coming to Walmart. They're always packed. Alright. So, we just gotta squeeze over here. Alright. Let's see. Man, they don't really have a good little veggie mix, man. Mediterranean, chopped salad, avocado ranch. Can't really do nothing with any of this, man. Yeah, the Asian kit, but the Asian kit don't got a lot either. That's what? Green cabbage, lettuce, kale, red cabbage, carrots, green onion. Oh, you know what? I think I might be able to do something with this one, the Asian style. Right? And I'll show you why I need that one here. Little did this man frickin' know he would not show you guys later. In a bit. Well, not right now, but definitely later.
Liar!
So, alright, now I gotta go get some white rice really quick. Because best believe, I don't know, man. I don't like pre-made rice. I have to say that much. Pre-made rice, I just think it's gross, man. Like it doesn't have the same texture or the same, like, I don't know. It's not the same feel as, normal rice. Unfortunately, I just had to grab simple long grain, and that's just because they don't have the kind of rice that I'd like. But it's not like it's gonna affect anything. It's not like it's gonna hurt anyone. So, really, that's all I need on the food side, if anything.
I think we all know where this is going, so let's just skip to the end.
Waiting for connection.
All right. So, we are done here at the Walmart. And like I said, bro, I'm just going to go home now. Because it makes no sense for me to try to stall for a little bit. Plus, there's a couple of things I got to do at home anyways. So, just going to go home. And honestly, I'm not sure what else I'm gonna do, man. Like I'm really not sure. And the reason why I'm not sure is just simply because, dude, the number one issue I see here, or I guess it's not like what I'm like really seeing. But the number one issue is I got too much time on my hands. Way too much time on my hands, dude. Like, I'm not planning on going to the gym until later on tonight. But it's just like, I don't have a lot of shit to do. Which, for some people is good, it's great, even. But today, I kind of wanted it to be a day where I was like, I'm constantly busy, Today is like a day full of content. That is not that day today. Let me tell you, it is not that day. I wish it was. But you know what? I realized, especially if I'm going to be in the YouTube game for a long time, there's going to be days, especially if I'm doing daily uploads, where I'm not going to have a lot of things to say. I'm not going to have a lot of things to do. Granted, I think I would certainly benefit from a lot of these things. Like, trust me, I really would benefit from learning how to be more fluid on the camera, Because I am not fluid whatsoever. Even yesterday, or the other day, really. I went to a massage therapist to take care of my back, like I told you guys. And he was like, "Yeah, man, you're stiff." Just like, and not like stiff as in like, oh, I'm like sturdy. No, I'm stiff. Like, legitimately, my mobility sucks. Which I think that's something else we can definitely work on. But I got a lot of things I got to work on this year. One being my mental state for sure. Another being that I need to like really start doing. I need to go back to doing things just purely for the love of the game. Right? Because that's what I would do a lot, man. Back in the day, I was like, I say back in the day, really it was a little more like maybe 2-3 years ago. The entire reason why I was doing while I was in the gym and while I was like so like actually starting to get lean, because I was doing it purely for the love of the game, right? Like, sure, it was for me to also try to get a revenge bod on my ex and everything else like that, which we're not even gonna freaking get into that whole discussion. But I mean, for sure, I'm gonna have to block out this phone number at some point in time. For sure, man. It's I miss going to the gym every day. You know, like I know Derek Lunsford was all said something to one of the Trent twins. He was all like, "Yeah, you got to be here. If you really love what you do, you'd be here every day, right? You'd be given 100% every single day," which I agree with that. I do believe that there are also times where you do need to take a rest day, right? Where you do need to like cut back on what it is you're actually doing, just simply because it's too much, man. All right, there are going to be days like that. I'm certain of it. However, I have to also say that if you're doing everything you can and you're doing everything right, there almost shouldn't be a need for a rest day, if you think about it. Because let's say you train, 5 days a week? The next 2 days, you can just take off lifting, but just do your cardio. Right? Or even if you're, say doing like full body workouts every other day. Okay, well, on the days that you're not doing full body, go into the gym and try to just, do some stretches. Do a little bit of stretching, a little bit of cardio. Just try to do some form of like active recovery. Certainly it does depend on how hard you took it the day before, right? I'm not expecting you to do 30 minutes on the bike the day after a heavy ass leg day. Nobody's expecting you to do that, right? It all comes down to like what it is you did, right? Or like really how well you recovered. Because if you're recovering well, you should be able to go into the gym the next day and do some cardio or do, your next lift or whatever. But if your recovery is a little crappy, I don't think it's a good idea to go into the gym to try to really get something out of it, just simply because it's not worth it, man. Like, if anything, you're gonna damage yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself by pushing your body too far, right? When your body tells you, hey, enough is enough, you gotta listen to it, man. You gotta listen to it. Like, when I got injured that day, I was in a mental block day, really. But I was trying, I figured, hey, you know what? Let's just try it. Let's see what'll happen. I'm fairly confident that I can push myself pretty hard, right? But I don't need to take it too far. And then, so warning sign number 1 was that mentally I was not feeling it. Warning sign number 2 was that I literally, this is no joke, the warm-up weights were feeling heavy. And usually when the warm-up weight is feeling heavy, that's when you want to say like, okay, if I'm gonna push it, I gotta go light today. But you know what? I didn't listen to it. I was just like, hey, you know what? It's probably just a little, you know, how do I say it? It's just a little, man, what's the freaking word? It's just a fluke, right? It's just a fluke. I'm gonna feel better as I progress with the workout. It's probably just like nerves, since, you know, it's 315 pounds. That's not baby weight. Right. I don't think a lot of people really realize just truly how heavy 315 is. Right? I mean, 315 is the weight of most heavy duty animals. Right? And that's on their lightest weight. So like your average black bear, it's going to be weighing at least 300 pounds. Your average lion, definitely another 300 pounds. A tiger shoe, I think on the lightest, 350. And that's like a super, super light tiger. It's probably been starving for a while. But yeah. That's how I can really emphasize just how heavy the weight is, right? But even then, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't listening to my cues. I wasn't listening to my body. So then what ended up happening, I ended up messing myself up. And that's on me. Right? I can't really take that back. All I can just simply do is move forward, really, really learn and grow from my mistakes. Which is all what life is about, man. It's about learning and growing, right? If you don't learn, you don't grow. And backwards, if you don't grow, you don't learn. You know, sometimes you gotta make mistakes in order to really grow and be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna live my life. Right? You got to learn how to mix the bad. Well, you got to learn how to see the good in the bad. Right? And sometimes you got to learn how to see the bad in the good. But that's a case that very few people have to go through. Like if the only time you really got to think like, okay, there's like bad and the good is when your life is being very, very comfortable. And what I mean by comfortable, I mean like there's no form of challenge. You know, like you're not pushing yourself at all. You're not striving to learn. You're not learning to grow. You know, you're not going through any difficulties or any hardships. Sometimes that's good. There's moments in time where a lot of people need that. Other times, not so good, not so much. And that's the unfortunate case. So, yeah, I think, honestly, we're pretty much done with this segment here. Not much else I really got to do, man. You guys will see me in the gym later on tonight, though. Like, I'm still going to be doing that section. And that's still going to be in this video. But it's going to be like at least like a 2-hour jump from right now. And considering the fact that it's already sunset, it's going to be quite the difference. So I won't be able to record here in the truck. At least not well. So I will see you guys. Oh, man. I will see you guys post hair appointment. Okay, So, few hours, a haircut, and 30 minutes of cardio later, we're about to do my first pose down in over 7 months. Well, I mean, it's not my first, but it's the first pose down back, and it's only post cardio, so get this in. This is just a general look of what I'm looking like right now. Weigh in for the other day, not this morning, but the other day was about 253. So that's where we're gonna mark this little starting weight. And yeah, I mean, the camera never really shows what the mirror shows. That's what I absolutely hate about this. See you from the back really quick. Okay, so I know that generally we're not gonna see much, but this is like not exactly flat, right? This was my true flat look. I mean, I probably would not be happy about it, but this is just the general look of the entire day. I mean, I'm a little bloated. That's just due to me drinking while doing cardio. You know, just water and other sorts of electrolytes will sort of do that to you. It tends to make you all big and puffy until it's flushed out of your system. So definitely plan on weighing in tomorrow to get a good premises of what we're actually rocking with. But right now, just gonna pack up, go grab some food, maybe take a shower later, or either later or tomorrow morning. Kind of base it off of how I'm feeling, but other than that, yeah. That is it for today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for a chest-focused upper day.
I know where you live.